こんにちは、庄司です。私はオンライン英会話のキャンブリーを3年間続けています。今までは先生と1対1のプライベートレッスンを主に受けていましたが、今回はキャンブリーさんから依頼を受けてグループレッスンの動画を作らせていただきました。グループレッスンは初級、中級、上級の3つのレベルを選ぶことができます。また、いろいろなトピックが準備されています。生徒は自分が受講できる日と時間を選び、レベルとトピックを選んでグループレッスンを予約して参加します。それでは最初にグループレッスンの動画をお見せします。このグループレッスンは中級で、トピックはトラベルトークです。動画の後でグループレッスンの感想をお話しします。
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Wendy and Shoji and Leo. Hi.
Yes.
Okay, guys, you can introduce yourself to me, please, one by one. You can start with Wendy.
Okay. Hello, my name is Wendy. Nice to meet you. Actually, I'm from South Korea, but I'm living in Toronto, Canada. So, yes, I got here to improve my English skills, and I'd like to work in Canada. So I came here. Yes, nice to meet you.
Well, nice to meet you too, and thank you for sharing with us, Wendy. So, hi, Shoji, is that correct?
Oh, yeah, Shoji.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. My name is Shoji. I'm from Osaka, Japan. I'm now 67 years old and retired 3 years ago. I worked for a Japanese construction company for more than 40 years. But when I became 64 years old, I retired. And now I'm enjoying my second phase of life. I'm living with my daughter's family in this house. Her husband and my wife and 3 grandchildren and 1 cat and 1 dog. So in total, 9 creatures are living with me in this house.
Yeah, well, nice to meet you, Shoji. I'm welcome to the class today.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome. Rio.
Yeah, so hello, my name is Rio, and I'm from Japan, and also I live in California, Los Angeles right now, and also I'm working at travel agency, and also I love Disney, so I always go to Disneyland, and then so I influence to somebody loves Disney. So nice to meet you.
Well, nice to meet you too, Rio, and welcome to the class today. So guys, my name is Zaytoon. Zaytoon is an Arabic name. It means olive, and I live in Cape Town in South Africa. And as you can see here, it's quite sunny. It's 7 a.m. in the morning, and we have summertime. So welcome to sunny Cape Town. Wow, so we are all over the world, guys. That is really awesome, eh? So today our lesson is about travel. So I hope that you all like traveling. So we can start with Soji. Do you remember any of your first trips away from home? And what do you remember about it? And it can be when you were a child, a teenager, any time in your life, the very first trip that you can remember. And it can be alone or with family.
When I was a child, my parents took me to many sightseeing spots, but the most impressive trip was when I went to Hiroshima with my parents. At that time, I was only 8 or 9 years old, but I visited the Museum of Atomic Bomb in Hiroshima, and it was so impressive, and I saw many tragic, sad photos of victims of atomic bomb. And when I saw one photo, there are many people whose skins had been burned out, all over their bodies by the intense flash of the explosion of atomic bomb. And I was so shocked, but I was at the same time I was so impressed, and I thought we should never go to the war again, and the nuclear weapons should be never used in the world again. So I think the museum is having a very important role now. Even now, more than 1 million people are going to the museum, including nearly half of foreign peoples.
Wow.
Yeah, that is the most impressive trip that I had when I was a child.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Shoji. And Rio, you can go next, please.
To the Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon?
Okay, Grand Canyon. So, yeah, so I went to Grand Canyon maybe twice. And my first time was maybe 4 years ago. And then, so I went to buy the Arvika, like camping one, and with my colleagues. So it was really great nature and wonderful, beautiful view, and also, how can I say it? It was my great moment for me. So
That's
I love
great.
it there.
So that was the first time that you went to the Grand Canyon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing, Rio.
Thank
And what
you.
about you, Wendy?
Yes, it's my turn. And I think my first trips abroad is actually I went to Japan, Osaka with my friend. It's my first trip. Actually it's 8 years ago. It was my first trip abroad with my friend. So I went to Osaka, and my friend and I had a good time in Osaka. So we had a lot of different good food, and we saw beautiful things. Yeah, so it was a very good memory. Yes. That's it.
That is great. Thank you. What did you like most about Japanese food?
I love takoyaki. Takoyaki.
Yeah. So guys, we are doing a 30-minute lesson. We do have 20 minutes left. We're going to have some discussions about travel, wrap up and goodbye. Let me show you some ideas that we have. Okay, please have a look through the ideas. Choose a topic.
Topic C, solo or group travel.
Okay, solo or group travel it will be. Let's see. Okay, solo or group travel. So please give us your opinion, and please involve your classmates and ask them what their opinion is, okay?
Okay.
You may go ahead, please. And the first question would be pros and cons of traveling alone or traveling with a group. What do you think?
Actually, when I was in my early 20s, I used to love traveling alone. Yeah, because I thought it was very it was very good and easy to travel alone. But now I changed my thought, so I prefer traveling with friends or family, because now I feel like it's better good. It's better good. It's better. It's better to travel with some other people. Yeah.
Okay, now please speak to your classmates. Say, hey, Shoji, what do you think? Oh, hey, Rio, what do you think?
In my case, I prefer traveling alone. The good thing about solo trip is that I can have freedom to decide my own schedule. It is easy to interact with local people when I'm traveling alone. On the other hand, the advantages of group travel would be maybe a group travel is safer than solo trip, especially when we are traveling in a not safe place. But in my case, I prefer traveling alone. Yeah, and when I'm traveling in a group, I don't like to follow the guide in a crowd, and also I don't like to have dinner or lunch with other people every day. Yeah, it is a kind of troublesome for me.
Okay. Thank you, Shoji. What about you, Rio?
Okay, so I'm same as Shoji. So in my case, I used to travel with my friend and family a lot. But for me, for now, I prefer the solo travel because for solo travel, I think it's convenient and comfortable for me.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Rio and Shoji and Wendy. And let's go choose the next topic, please. Shoji?
Oh, next trip. Okay, so latest trip recap.
Latest trip recap. Okay. So I would like you to do this a little bit differently. Okay. I would like the three of you to be more interactive with each other, talking directly to one another. Like, so Shoji is going to talk about his latest trip. Why don't you guys ask him questions, Rio and Wendy, instead of him just saying, telling about his trip and say, please tell us about your latest trip. And then if he says something, then Rio can come in and say, oh, but did you travel alone? Or so that it can be a more interactive conversation between the three of you, like back and forth. You guys can try, please. Is that okay? Say, hey, Shoji, please tell us about your latest trip. Be excited about it, guys. Come on, be excited.
Okay. Hey, Shoji. Yeah. Tell me about the last time you took a trip.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, my latest trip was to the United States in last August. It was a solo trip. I flew from Osaka Airport to New York Airport to go to Manhattan, New York, because it was the first time to go to Manhattan. I was so excited, and I visited the popular tourist spots with the feeling of a newcomer. So I visited the Statue of Liberty and Central Park and the Empire State Building and the Museum of Natural History of America. That museum is a setting of a fantasy movie, named Night at the Museum. Maybe all of you watched that museum. And after that, I flew to Buffalo and I visited the Niagara Falls. And I took a tour boat and I was soaked completely. But it was very fun. And I was so impressed by the scale of Niagara Falls. Then I flew to Las Vegas and I took a bus tour. It was a camping tour to go around the Grand Canyon and Monument Valley. And because it was a solo trip, I had to set up my tent by myself. And other passengers, there were 13 passengers. They are all couples or families. And because they are couples, they could set up their tent by 2 person or 3 person. But in my case, because I was alone, I had to set up my tent by myself. And when we were camping at the Monument Valley, it was a very windy day, and a strong wind blown away sand, and so we are covered in sand every day. And I couldn't take showers for 3 days during camping tour. But the camping tour was so tough, but it was very interesting and enjoyable. Yeah.
That's interesting.
This is my latest tip. Yeah.
I have some questions as well. So, did you go to Broadway?
No, I didn't have time to go to Broadway. I just passed by Broadway. But,
Okay, all right.
Okay. Well, great. Thank you so much, Shoji and Rio and Wendy. And Rio, it is your turn.
All right. Should be next trip.
Next trips. Okay. Okay, discuss together. Do you have any trips planned soon? So tell us about your trip that you have planned, guys, and talk to each other, please. And we speak directly. We voice our opinions. We go for it. So all I'm trying to do is that you guys need to just speak to each other, so that you can have interaction with each other. Okay, is that okay?
Okay, so Wendy, why don't you tell me your next trip? Where are you going to?
Thank you, Soji. That's the way to go. I like.
Okay. Actually, I'm not sure where when I go to next trip, but actually I'm in Toronto, so it's very close to go to New York, from Toronto to New York. So maybe I'm planning to go to New York next year, maybe.
How far is it? How long will it take from Toronto to New York? I don't know.
I heard that it takes 2 hours, 3 hours. It's very close. So
by airplane?
Airplane or bus. I don't know when I can go. I can travel. Maybe
Wendy,
next year.
how long have you been living in Toronto now?
It's a month. Only a month.
Only 1
Yeah.
month.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Any more questions, guys?
Yeah.
You guys
That's
were
enough.
great.
Yeah.
You guys were great. Thank you so much for coming to the class. We are at the end of our lesson. You can take a moment to tell me what was the favorite part of the conversations today with each other. Rio?
All right. So I love traveling. So I'm so happy to share about trip, and also I will go to the South Korea. So thank you very much for your recommendation, Wendy.
Thank you. No problem.
And Shoji?
Because I'm not used to group lesson, so interacting other students, that part is most impressive for me. It was very interesting.
That's great. Thank you. And Wendy?
Yeah, it was nice talking to you guys, and it was so good sharing. I thank you for sharing your opinion, and I so appreciate your taking time with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I've learned a Japanese word. I can say sayonara.
Oh.
Sayonara. Goodbye.
And, bye-bye. Sorry, Wendy, I don't know South Korean yet. Bye-bye, guys.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. See you next time. Bye-bye.
グループレッスンの動画いかがでしたか？私は普段は先生と1対1のレッスンを受けていますが、今回は生徒が3人の会話になったので、いつもより緊張感がありました。他の生徒の経験や意見を聞くことも新鮮な感じがして楽しめました。 1対1のプライベートレッスンの場合は、先生が圧倒的に私より英語が上手ですから、自分の英語のレベルが分かりにくいですが、グループレッスンの場合は、自分の英語と他の生徒の英語を比較できることも新鮮でした。今後は時々グループレッスンを受けてみようと思いました。なお、キャンブリーさんから情報ですが、新規登録の方は30分100円で体験レッスンを受けることができるそうです。この動画の概要欄にキャンブリーのセール情報と紹介コードがありますので、ぜひご利用ください。ご視聴ありがとうございました。